Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So I don't know why I need to share this with you, but maybe somebody needs to hear this. So if someone, uh, you know, they make you feel, or in general, they think that they are more intelligent than others, just for things to be very clear, right? They are not. They are not, right? Many reasons. First of all, we all have different kind of intelligence, right? Let's start here. So very often it's people that are very much educated, so they might have some kind of knowledge. It doesn't make them intelligent at all, right? Knowledge is knowledge, intelligence, it is something else. But also those people, because they think that they are better than others, they don't learn anything, right? A truly intelligent person is usually kind of somebody who doubts. This is why they get more and more intelligent, because they question themselves all the time, and they would never think this way, right? This is the ego speaking. This is what it is, right? This is ego, this is trying to impress you, this is arrogance. This is what it is, right? Just for us to be clear. Now we will get into a spread. I don't know who needed to hear this, but I kind of feel that somebody needed to hear that, right? So let's see, what are the messages that we are getting right now? So let's see. Let's see. Ooh, conflicts. We are starting strong. Yeah, somebody doesn't want to stop a conflict. We have stop in reverse. Someone enjoys the conflicts. Tell me more here, please. Gain in reverse. Stubbornness in reverse. Okay. Gift in reverse. Imagination in reverse. Right in reverse. Okay. So we had gifts in reverse. Imagination in reverse. And right in reverse. Let's take two more. Triumph in reverse and live and learn. What did we just talk about? That people who pretend to be intelligent, they don't learn. They don't learn, right? This is why they are stupid. Oh la la, this is funny. This is funny. Okay, so the setting here, we are talking about someone that you might be in conflict with. I kind of feel here with this stop that you have put boundaries. You are not interested in the drama. You are not interested in all of it. It might have cost you in some kind of way. We have the gain here in reverse. But I kind of feel that you might have preferred, you know what? I prefer my peace. I don't care. If they think that they win, let them think that they win. It's, I don't care, right? You might have been dealing with someone with who you cannot have a real conversation because they are all about winning. I kind of feel here truly that it is someone, I already talked about that, a lot of narcissistic individuals, and maybe not just narcissistic individuals, but people who like to feel in control, they like to have these conversations, right? And they like to say that other people don't know how to have a conversation, but they know, while they are the ones that are just, they don't let you speak. When you speak, they are cutting you, but if you dare to cut them, it's the end of the world. They will you know, gaslight you, and it's impossible to have a conversation with them because it's not about the conversation. It's a power game for them, but they want that. They enjoy that. It's like if they are feeling their ego in those kind of discussions because it's all about winning for them. And when you have a conversation, you are not about winning. I guess you are about let's understand one another, let's get out of the conflict. But for them, it's not the same, right? So I kind of feel that you were tired of their behavior. You understood that they are all but a gift in your life. With this imagination here, sorry, I kind of feel that you might have invested some kind of energy in trying to find a way to get out of this discomfort, but it's impossible with those people. If you are someone who likes peace, right, and so you are trying to get to a peaceful place with those kind of people that I'm describing here, they don't want peace. Peace is the worst thing that can happen to them because they are not at peace. So if you are at peace, they cannot control you. They cannot make you feel small. They don't like it. They don't want it. Right? So if they did anything with this right here, right, what is, it's talking about magic, ceremony, all those kind of things. If you have already been here, you know that I'm not someone who truly believes in the power of black magic, but I do believe in the power of hate, of bitterness, of resentment, of people who are feeding their anger, jealousy, all those things. For me, this is part of. And I kind of feel here, I don't feel that we are talking about someone who would do especially black magic and all those kind of things, but they would spread lies about you freely, smear campaign you, slander you, make up things, you know, all those kind of things. But whatever they did, the right is in reverse. It is all backlashing on them. They thought that somehow they could win, right? Because as said, for them everything is a question of battle. They need to win, right? This is the ego. The ego needs to win. The heart wants peace. The ego needs to win. So, yeah, they are not winning, right? And the lesson for them is to live and learn. So I don't think that they truly want to live and learn, but I kind of feel that they are put in a situation here where they have no other choice. I kind of feel that the universe, the alchemy of nature, the highest, whoever, however you define it, has sat them down and forced them into humility, right? Humility. Because they lost, and for them, losing, it is the end of the world, obviously, right? So let's get a little bit more information about all of this. I didn't do my intro, so I will do my intro now. So this is a collective reading, which means that it is a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. You are already supposed to know what we are talking about. I'm just here in order to give you a little bit more information, some insights, maybe confirmation. If I am talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender. I am talking about the energy from where someone is operating. So please apply it however it applies to the roles in your life, and this can be past, present, or future. So let's see. 1 second. I kind of feel that I want to first shuffle a little bit more. Okay. Let's go. What should the collective be aware of in this situation? The Chariot in reverse. Okay. Apparently they are stopped. Yeah, something came to a total ending here. Wow, I don't know what's happening. The cards are flying. Yeah, they are totally stressed out. Okay, so they don't know how to move forward because, as said, the triumph here is in reverse. They lost, right? It's the end of the world for them. Also, somebody who is operating from their ego, they have no intuition. They might know how to read people because they tend to learn what we call cognitive empathy. Doesn't mean that those people have empathy. Very often they have not because they are disconnected from their heart space. This is why they are operating from their ego. But they learn how to be able to read people. So very often they are very much into people's business and trying to understand people. It's just a way to manipulate them, win over them, all those kind of things, right? They are very attentive to small details, right? So you might think that they have some kind of empathy, but they don't, right? It is not no empathy. It is cognitive empathy, which is not empathy. It is just the ability to understand other people's state of mind. Because they are using that, they need that, right? In order to control, manipulate, know how to put someone down, to maintain some kind of control. We are talking here about someone that is very controlling, right? So they are stuck because something came to a total end and they are very, very stressed out about the situation. They might even be fearful because they need to win because it makes them feel strong. If they lose, it makes them feel very, very weak and they don't feel comfortable with that at all. As said, we are talking here about someone who is numb, who is disconnected from their heart space. Those are people who usually had a wound, very often very, very young, and they have built their personality with this unhealed wound and coming from a place of doing everything in their power for their wound not to exist anymore, but they are turning in the worst way possible, right? Because most people, when they have a wound that is unhealed, they are trying to avoid the wound. Not everybody becomes this, right? Okay, so let's see. What else should we be aware of? The cards are falling. They are simply falling. The Five of Cups here. Kind of feel here. Because with this Five of Cups here, we are talking about a depressive state. We might be talking about someone who is pushed into the dark night of the soul. When we see those cards, it's kind of what it's saying, right? But I kind of feel also maybe rejection. Very often those people, when they feel that they lose, they are losing their shit, right? They are very controlling, in fact, of others because they cannot control themselves. They cannot control their feelings, even though they are numb. People that are numb, it is not that they have no feelings. The feelings that they usually have access to, it is negative feelings. It is, they are very stressed, they can be very angry, resentful, bitter, those kind of feelings. Yeah, okay. Could the card please not fall on my lap, I mean? Yeah, they feel betrayed, you understand? They feel betrayed. Listen, with this card, when I see that, you know, considering what I'm seeing here and now I see the betrayed, I kind of feel here, you know, either they betrayed you, right? Or I kind of feel that we are dealing with a narcissist, right? They feel betrayed. Because you refuse to deal with the conflict, the drama. I kind of feel more here that we are talking about someone who is always creating some kind of drama in your life. This is what I feel. Someone who cannot stand to see you happy. It might be a sibling. Doesn't have to be, but it's kind of the energy, you know, of a sibling that for some kind of reason they hate you, they are jealous about you, something like that, right? Okay. Tell me more here. Why are we getting that? What's the deal? Yeah, we are talking here. For me, looking at that, when I'm saying I think that it's a sibling, for me it kind of tells me the Six of Cups is talking about the past. So chances are that it might be a sibling here. We might be talking about a sibling. We have... Sorry, I don't know what's happening here. I didn't check if you can see all the cards. You absolutely can. I will check regarding this Knight of Wands. Why it came out. I kind of feel that this is kind of telling me that you needed to be very, very strong and courageous dealing with this person, especially if we are talking about a sibling here that cannot stand for you to be at peace. Let's see. Let's see. So 1 second, when I ask why we are getting this, we got the Six of Cups. I kind of feel that this reading might be more about giving you truly insights, because I kind of feel that this might be healing to you. Kind of feel that the Six of Cups here coming out, answering to my question, this is a healing reading, right? And telling you, you know, that you might have needed to be very, very courageous. You might not see it this way because you were dealing with someone who was criticizing you all the time, attacking you all the time, competing with you all the time. We have the Five of Wands. Yeah, somebody who was competing with you all the time, someone that was very shady, right? So yeah, you needed to be very, very courageous since you were very, very small, because when you are growing up with someone who is in this energy, they are putting you in survival mode, and you are growing up without the feeling of safety because you are living with an enemy, right? A snake, somebody who wants to see you down. And it's very weird, you know, because it's a sibling. So very often the parents are saying, no, yeah, maybe they are hurting you, but it's all out of love. It's normal, you know? When sometimes it's not normal. We already saw children that's unalive people, right? So no, it's not always normal. It is abuse. It has very, very strong repercussions on those children that are dealing with this in the future, in their relationship, in their individuality, all of this. So no, it's not innocent. It's not innocent. Yeah, somebody very, very shady here. Very shady. Somebody that was confusing you all the time. And you might have been confused. In fact, it might have been obvious for you that this person is full of hate. You might have seen it. But as said, because it's a sibling, maybe because the parents have said no, but it's normal, this is just sibling conflict, all those kind of things, that this is why it was confusing, right? But I kind of feel that no, it's a person who is doing the hot and cold also, because this is what creates the real trauma. Because when you are purely dealing with someone who is bad all the time, so there is no questioning even, you know that this person is bad. But when they are doing the hot and cold, this is the most traumatic, because you never know what to believe, right? Yeah, it's somebody who was making conflicts in your life all the time. They were competing with you. In fact, this is the thing. They were competing with you. Tell me more here. What should we be aware of? Yeah. Yeah, we are dealing here with someone who is very much detached from their emotional self. Everything is about appearances. They need the status. They need people to admire them. They need power. They are ego driven. We have the Queen of Pentacles that comes to visit us again. And you are the opposite. You are the opposite. So we are dealing here with someone who is all about superficiality, maybe their connections. It's all kind of opportunistic, right? They wouldn't just connect or be nice to someone if this person doesn't do something for them. And it might just be flattering their image, right? For a reason or another, this might be enough because their image is very, very important, right? Yeah, and you are the total opposite. You are spiritual. They are materialistic, you are spiritual. Opposites. Yeah. Okay. Also, the thing with the people that are in the pentacles in reverse it's karmic, right? So their connection to money is not healthy, right? Money is often their god, right? But very often those are people that are never happy. They never have enough. They never have enough. Somebody spiritual tends to be someone who is happy by nature, right? Very often people don't understand why other people are jealous of them, right? They say, I don't understand. They have everything. I don't have many of the things that they have, and how are they jealous of me? But the reality is that they might simply be jealous of your character, of your happiness, of your light. And those are things that they cannot buy, right? They cannot buy that. So let's see here. Yeah, we are talking here about someone who who was using manipulation. Kind of feel that we are talking about a King of Swords here in reverse. Somebody very cold, very judgmental, very critical, very cutthroat. You know, it's the person that think that they can tell you whatever they want to tell you. You know, and if you tell them, listen, I'm sorry, but this is a boundary, they don't care. They will make you feel uncomfortable for not accepting for them to insult you, right? I kind of feel that it came out like this because their plan was to keep you small, make you feel miserable. This was the intention. I kind of feel it's this card that it should have all turned like this, you know? That they were trying to make you feel miserable in order to control you because they hate you at the end of the day, right? It can be a sibling. Nobody's talking about that, but there are siblings that truly hate their sibling. There is no stronger hate, in fact, than that between siblings, right? They wanted you to be miserable. This was the intention. You couldn't trust one word that was coming out of their mouth. If they were nice to you, there was a hidden agenda. There was a hidden agenda. That's it. That's all. And I kind of feel also that they feel miserable now because they lost. They cannot control you. You have refused to deal with their bullshit. Refused. Yeah. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, somebody very, very controlling. Yeah, they were trying to control you. They were trying to control you, to make you feel small, to dim your light, to make you doubt of yourself, to make you feel rejected, to make you feel that you are never okay. They were getting into your business. They were asking questions that were uncomfortable. They knew that you were very kind. They knew that you were very loving. They knew that you wanted peace. They knew all of that. They knew all of that. Yeah, you took distance. This is talking about emotional distance, but it might also be truly taking distance, going to live in another place. And it might also mean I'm going no contact. But it doesn't have to be. It can be that simply you didn't give them any access to your emotions anymore, right? Because you knew that you were dealing here with someone that wanted to empower. Empowering you, it doesn't sound right. They wanted to overpower you. Yeah, this sounds better. To dominate you. To dominate you. I heard myself in another reading saying domineering. I don't think that it's English. They wanted to dominate you, to control you, to make you feel small. It is, in fact, let's be honest, someone who feels very, very small, in fact, right? This is why they are doing that. They feel small, they are driven by self-hate, and they need you to feel small so they can feel big, right? This is the thing here. Tell me more here, please. It doesn't have to be a sibling, right? It might also be a relationship that you were into. It might be someone that you are working with. It might be, I want to say a friend, but this is not a friend, right? You wouldn't stay in such a friendship. So not a friend, but it might be someone, you know, that somehow, it might be a spouse, yeah, it might be... I kind of feel the sibling rivalry here because I feel so much hate. But at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be a sibling. It could be anyone that they kind of feel that you are stuck with them, right? Yeah. They wanted to keep you stuck. They wanted you to be stressed out all the time. This is what they wanted. Because they wanted to have you chained. Chained. Look, they need to be above, you need to be under. This is what they wanted. And they wanted you to be stressed all the time. They couldn't stand. You know, this card, it is talking about going towards calmer waters. This is a no. As said, the worst thing for them, it is for you to be at peace. They cannot stand it. They cannot stand it. So, their technique in order to put you down and bound you to them, make you feel like you needed them, was to stress you out all the time so you cannot build your life correctly, and so you might be dependent on them, right? You might have not succeeded to build your life correctly if it is a sibling. It is possible because they were doing so much in order to create so much inner turmoil, that this was so much to deal with already, that in the rest you were all the time in reactive abuse, in fact. Right? The devil. Yeah. It's truly that. It's truly, truly that. Tell me more here, please. Ah, okay. Wait, I need to shuffle first. Tell me more here, please. What should the collective be aware of? The High Priestess in reverse. It makes me laugh seeing this High Priestess. I will tell you why. I will tell you why. Because I talked in the beginning, right, about people that pretend, you know, they present themselves as being the most intelligent, right? They treat everyone as if they are stupid, right? I'm seeing this High Priestess. This is what it makes me think about, you know? People that always have an opinion about everything, Like you have to listen to them because they know what they are saying. You know, they think that they are very clairvoyant and they see and they understand. They don't. They have no knowledge at all. They just love to listen to themselves speak. This is all. And you healed. You healed. They betrayed you. They betrayed you a lot of times. So considering that we have 2 times this card that came out before, I told you here when the Ten of Swords came out that I didn't know if it was about you being betrayed by them or if they had the audacity to feel betrayed because you don't want to deal with their bullshit, right? So I kind of feel, considering that this card came up again, yeah, they feel that you have betrayed them, right? In their narrative, they are a victim now. If they are not the hero, then they are a victim, right? So they feel betrayed by you. Who cares, right? Yeah. You have healed of all the betrayals that they did to you. Tell me more here, please. A lot of gossip. They have dirted you. This is what I'm always saying, you know. Sometimes you want to entertain some kind of connection with someone, even if you know that they are jealous, even if you know that they might be competitive, even if you know that they are a little bit toxic. And you say to yourself, you know what? I can deal with that. And right, maybe you can deal with that. Maybe. But there is something that is often unseen. It is that when someone is close to you, right? Talking about family, talking about friends, when they are talking about you to other people, people listen to them because they are in your environment. And these many people don't consider that. I didn't consider that. I knew that, you know, I had a lot of situations where I felt that there was some kind of weird vibe, but I said, okay, I can deal with it. You know, I wanted to heal the whole world, obviously. And so I said, it's okay, I can deal with that. But I never considered that some of those people, and I knew that they were talking shit behind everybody, you know, and they were always coming from a very you know, from their they hated people for no reason because their own insecurities. I knew that, but somehow I didn't realize the impact that it might have on my life. And this is exactly the issue, because we are often speaking about the fact that we shouldn't deal with those things, but it's very rare that somebody will tell you what is the reality. The reality is that those people are talking shit behind your back all the time, and you know it because they are doing it with others. And people listen to them. Whatever story they make up, people are listening to them because they know that you are friends. So if you are friends, so they know what they are talking about. Or if they are part of your family, so they know what you understand. It has more weight than someone that you are not in touch with, right? Yeah, they have talked shit about you to everyone that wanted to hear it. Kind of not working anymore. 5 of Swords in reverse. This is winning at all cost. It's in reverse, but we already know that they lost. But here, I kind of feel, because it came with this 3 of Cups, whatever people might have believed about you, we had this right card here in the 7th position, right? That I told you that for me it might be talking about slander, about smear campaign, all those kind of things. I kind of feel now that it has backfired on them because people understand now, because they cannot continue with their lies and manipulation. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I kind of feel that people are seeing them now truly for who they are. They cannot deny the reality anymore, right? Tell me more here, please. Yeah, they know that you took clear distance of this person, that you are totally closed off. Even if you haven't taken full distance or went no contact with this person, you are extremely protective. You don't share a lot of things with them because you know that they are destructive. So people see that, and they see that you are minding your own business. You are minding your own business, you are doing your own thing. They are the ones talking about you all the time, right? Presenting it as you are angry on them, you are totally emotionally immature because you refuse to participate to a healthy conversation with them, right? What healthy conversation? There is no healthy conversation, right? But this they don't say. They present themselves as somebody, with who you can have such a great conversation, right? It kind of feels that the truth is out, that you are minding your own business, and this is what you are doing. And whatever they are saying about you, they have no real information here, because you are being very protective of your privacy with them. Closure, please. Listen, this is a terrible card to end with, but this is just the reality. They are dependent on you. This is the truth. Very often, when people are the way that they are, as said, they are very, very fearful, in fact, right? And as said before, when we crossed the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here, we know that it is someone who is never ever satisfied. They always need more and more money, considering also that we have this Eight of Pentacles that came up in the upright, right? You are working on your craft, and it kind of seems like you are heading to a great place financially a great place. And so now, they are looking at you differently. Before that, maybe they thought that they can treat you however and it doesn't matter. Yeah, they are dependent on you. There is here something about a dependency. It might be that financially they are dependent on you. It might totally be, right? Yeah. Yeah, they are dependent on you. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more information. You know what? Let me first start here with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Why it came out now? Because I kind of feel that this might be their bad karma also. That they thought, that they didn't need you and they were strong and they can treat you however they want to treat you, and they are awakening now to the fact that it's not the case. Very often the universe is turning things in such a way that people who have treated you like shit and that are too prideful to even see it, the life, the highest, however you want to turn it, they put those people in a situation that you are the only one that can help them, right? So I kind of feel here, considering the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, please. The Ace, yeah. They see you now as a missed opportunity. A missed opportunity because they needed you for some kind of plan. They had a plan, right? And the plan is not working anymore. Yeah? Kind of feel that this person thought that you would never put those strong boundaries. Yeah, they need you. We have the Magician here at the end of the deck. For me, this is telling me, that until you were in their life, things were going kind of okay in their life. Since you left, you took the magic with you. You took the karma with you. This is often what happens with people of the collective, right? The collective doesn't get what they deserve to get when they are tolerating abuse, toxic people, when they didn't learn their lesson that they need to learn to protect their empathy, their good heart, all of those things, and act truly from a place of real justice. Stop being enablers and all those kind of things. The collective, they don't get whatever they deserve to get in their life. It is also because all those people that they tolerate in their life, as said, they are talking shit about the collective, and people are listening because they are close to the collective, right? So you can explain it in any way that you want. You can explain it in a spiritual matter, but we can also explain it in a very concrete matter at the end of the day, right? But the moment that the collective is taking distance, whatever those people are saying, it is losing its impact, because also they are losing their shit. So they are talking all the time about it. And so it's obvious that they are obsessive, right? And their stories don't make sense. And when you are asking them questions, so they don't want to answer. So it's obvious that they are the ones that are agitated, while the collective suddenly is not agitated at all anymore. They are not anymore in this energy of reactive abuse. They get out of survival mode. They can finally truly put their energy into developing what they need to do in their life. So this is on the concrete level, but if we take it on the spiritual level, you know, it's like if God is saying, listen, if I'm giving you whatever you deserve to have, I know that you, because you are an enabler and because you didn't learn your lesson, you will let those toxic people, those karmic people, take it from you. So I'm not giving you what you deserve to have until you learn your lesson and you put strict boundaries with those people. And so once you take distance, then the highest is giving you what you deserve, right? And now they are going through their karma because they were under your protection. Because the highest couldn't give you what you deserve, but at the same time, they didn't want you to suffer anymore. It was already difficult enough, right? So this is at the spiritual level. So we have both explanations, right? Yeah, so let's see here. Yeah, they had some kind of something. They needed you. They didn't want to see it. They didn't want to admit it. They didn't want to admit how important you were in their life. In fact, how you truly changed the energy in their life, how you gave them some feeling of security. They didn't want to see it. They treated you like shit. They lost you. And now they are feeling it. Now they are feeling it. Yeah, they think that it's very, very unfair, right? While all this time, they just manipulated you emotionally. Yeah, they have no stability. They have no stability anymore. They cannot control themselves. This is what I told you. With the Strength card, right? In fact, the Strength card, this represents your instincts, your feelings, your emotions, and this represents your mind, all those kind of things. So when the card is in the upright, you are totally in control of yourself because you know how to control your feelings, right? You know how to control your feelings. This is the same person, in fact, but one is representing one part of the human being and the animal is representing the animalistic side, which is the emotions and all those things, right? When it's in reverse, you cannot control your feelings, you cannot control your emotions. And I told you, they are losing their shit. This is exactly what this card is saying. They are losing their shit. They are showing their true face because they cannot control their shit, because they cannot stand to lose. and they see it as they lost. Yeah, people are watching from close now. They are observing what's going on. And now they are seeing things from a very, very different perspective. They understand that this person didn't give a single care about you, the consequences of their action, how they hurt you. They just didn't care. The Fool in reverse. This is reckless, impulsive, careless, hot-headed behavior. Yeah. Yeah, whatever strategy they had, it fell down, right? But they are still trying to hide. They are still trying to hide how manipulative they are, how destructive they are. The Queen of Swords, it's somebody very, very cold, bitter, cutthroat. You know? Yeah, but you let them go, and the moment that you totally released, right? You totally released, look at what is happening here. The Wheel of Fortune is up. You needed to release them in order for the highest to be able to give you whatever, to put you on the right track regarding your life, or if you want to stay in the material world, the moment that you released them, you could put your energies truly in the right place, because then you were in alignment with yourself. And when you are in alignment with yourself, when you stop putting your energies towards things that are just draining you and not bringing you anything, you regain your power and your direction. Right? I think that I will end it here because I love, ending with the Wheel of Fortune. I think that it's always beautiful. So I will end it here. Listen, I hope that it was healing, because I truly think that this was the intention of all of this. It was to be healing. When we are hearing, insights about our own story, it can truly be healing, and I truly hope that it is. I hope to read you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.